Hello everyone. This is the weekly overview for PLT for the week of April 19th through the 23rd. We hope you're having a great week so far. And this week is actually very similar to last week. In fact, it's the hardest time of the school year and we're trying to add nothing. So we'll have our overview, our same tasks and training, update grades, call parents, make sure you complete your sabers. This is the last week to do so, and you've had 3 weeks to do that, so we tried to give lots of time to do that. If you need the IC behavior form, it's there and how to do it. And we have a couple of things for inspiration this week. We have the video from last week, but we also have the Compassion Positivity Challenge for this week as well, and we'll continue to do that. We have our advisory lessons that are getting put up for this week. Mondays are already up. Thursdays will be up soon. And then we have our collaboration form. And don't forget those following important forms and links modules, as well as the Zoom tutorials if you are in need of those. But let's go ahead and scroll back up here to the weekly overview. And let's take a look at that. There's very few changes this week to our announcements, but we want to remind everybody again about the wellness forms and to make sure you're preparing for that so you get the discount on your insurance next year. This is new though. Grant Byquist sent an email this week after our PDC meeting about flex collaboration time. So your flex collaboration time of 7 hours is due by May 3rd. Please see Grant Byquist's email concerning how to enter this on frontlineeducation.com. Also make sure you are managing all of your other PD points and check your licensure status. If you need any additional help with this, please reach out to Crystal Ann Kleiner-Neff or Grant Byquist or Craig Ackerman or Deidre Braxmeyer, as they are part of the PD committee for our building. Also, we have the end of the school year coming up, and here's our schedule for the weeks of May 3rd through the 7th and the 10th through the 14th. On those weeks, we'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as alternating blocks of blue, red, and on Friday we will have 7-hour days. A reminder about iPad check-in for on-site students. Seniors will turn theirs in on May 5th and grades 9 through 11 on May 12th. All of those will be turned in during advisory. Please ask Donna Parks or Sarah Maycomer if you have more questions. But we have more information this week about iPad check-in for remote students. That will take place on May 13th. It will be drive-through style at East Campus on 9th Street from 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. and then from 6 to 7:15 p.m. Also, a reminder about grades, that the last day for seniors is April 6th and that all grades need to be completed and updated and posted by May 17th. There's also a climate and needs survey specific to our school coming soon. We hope that you will take part in that, as it will direct what we do next year. Also, this week, it looks like 10th grade math will be testing from the 19th through the 23rd. Make sure you're taking care of your students, but also the teachers around you who are getting through testing right now, as that's a difficult time. If you need more information about testing security, here is the video made by Miss Janelle Shoemaker-Walters. Also, continue to work on those learning assurance forms as they are required by the state. And our important points every week. Make sure all of the assignments and resources are in Canvas for availability when students are isolating or quarantining. Any alternative plan for assigning work, providing information, and returning work has to be clearly communicated to the student and the parents or guardians. Also, make sure you're taking attendance at the beginning of the hour and fixing it by the end of the hour. And finally, if a student shows up in your class and is marked as QCC, Quarantine Close Contact, and Infinite Campus, they should be immediately sent to their grade level administrator and or nurse. Now on to tasks and trainings. Make sure you're updating your grades and syncing them through Canvas and Infinite Campus. Infinite Campus is extremely important, as it is the only place that parents, administrators, and counselors can easily see student grades. So the most accurate grade needs to be in Infinite Campus. If you need help with this, please reach out to Lisa Julian, who can help you with that. your MTSS coordinator, Mr. Neff. There's a lot of people. If you have a mentor, a buddy, a colleague down the hall, it's really important. We're in April, and if your grades aren't up to date in Infinite Campus, they really need to be now because we're getting to the end of the school year. Also, make sure you're calling parents and guardians if students are failing, not turning in their assignments, or not showing up to class. If you need any help with that, again, please reach out to grade level counselors, administrators, and the MTSS coordinator for students. Again, this is the last week to complete your SABRs on each of your advisory students. There's a video here about how to do that. The video does have an inaccuracy. The correction is that both campuses should complete SABRs for their advisory students only. Please assist teachers who are struggling with this. If you don't understand this and need help, please reach out. This is due by April 23rd, so the end of this week. Students will be doing their My SABRs self-assessment in advisory this week. Here's that link to the behavioral referral form. If you have to use this form, you'd be sending a kid out of the classroom or to the office. So make sure if you need to use the form that you do. And we have two things for inspiration this week. We have the continuation, our second week of the TED Ed video called Educators Talk the Pandemic, which is full of our stresses, just kind of sharing that, but also educators' successes and reasons to keep going and pushing hard here at the end of the school year. But also we have a compassion positivity challenge. It says here, at the hardest time of the school year, when we are all in need of support and positivity, we challenge you to reach out to at least 2 colleagues this week, ones that you maybe don't normally talk to, and ask how they are. Add a supportive comment and spread positively through the school. It doesn't take long. You could send an email, you could stop by someone's classroom, but make sure you're reaching out to each other this week so that we can do that, remote teachers as well as in-person teachers. And we hope just to support each other and encourage and bolster some positivity here at the end of the school year when it's really difficult. Advisory this week will be doing grade checks and study tips on Monday, and then Thursday is going to be a gratitude lesson, again showing our appreciation not only amongst our peers but also with our students. Here's our collaboration form for the week. This link is here as well as on the Canvas page. And some questions for this week. The first one is, so this may be a silly question, but I wasn't sure if teachers who are up for recertification will have any sort of extension or completing their required college courses due to COVID. I know that's a lot of licenses for other professions. Life things haven't been granted on extensions. I was just curious if this applied to teachers as well. The answer is there are no extensions granted by KSDE. But KSDE has streamlined the process to be 100% electronic. So here's the link to get into the Kansas licensure system. And if you need any help, please reach out to an administrator, or you could reach out to Crystal Ann Kleiner-Neff, as she also has just gone through this process and helped some people last year with it too. The next question was a great question. Will students who need extensions to complete their semester work be allowed to keep their iPads after May 14th? And the answer is no. All students will need to turn in their iPads on the designated date. However, there will be a process for returning iPads to students if in need. Great questions. Some comments this week. I love the video this week. It was just what I needed to remind me to keep working hard to listen. Thanks, Miss Julian. Another person said, or Mr. Davis said, I am glad that my all caps enthusiasm in responding to these surveys is appreciated by some of my fellow faculty members. We appreciate all of your all caps messages, Mr. Davis. Thanks for putting that comment. Ms. Ackerman commented that she loved the compassion video. Thanks for sharing that. And then we had a more serious comment from Ms. Campbell. It says, regarding the new health forms deadline, insurance covers one physical in the calendar year, which means I cannot schedule one before the new deadline, unless this has changed with the insurance. Well, we really appreciate you asking us this question, but everyone who takes part in PLT is a little afraid to answer any of these HR questions specifically. So we would suggest if you have specific questions like this to please reach out to HR so they can give you the exact answers that you need. But thank you for saying that so everyone can go to HR, and I'm sure other people have that question too. And finally, to the Tell Me Something Good comments. Great job with the blood drive, Stuco. Thank you, Miss Julian, for adding that comment. And then Mr. Davis said, It has been fun vicariously experiencing the excitement that my seniors have had and learning that they are getting accepted into their colleges and universities. I know I've talked about it before, but I am really, really going to miss this class. We're glad you've had such a great time with this class, Mr. Davis. Thank you all for everything you do. Please use this week to spread some positivity in the school. Use those Tell Me Something Good comments, but also say them out loud to the people. Putting them on here is great too. We're happy to share them with you. I really want to thank Aaron Spear and Lena Gruenbacher for coming up with that idea. We need all the help we can get when it comes to being positive. So thanks again for everything you do. We hope you have a great week.